That's weird.
Just over here, not helping Amber go live. I couldn't hit the intro video.
Let me take these newspapers off too, so it's a little easier to tell what is going on in my disaster.
It's okay. If it makes you feel any better, I'm already in my pajamas because I decided I couldn't be in my work clothes anymore.
You know what? Last week you were like, oh, is it, Jess was like, is it your stream this week? And I was like, all right, it is my stream. And then she was like, oh, wait, it's next week. I was like, yes, victory, no bra. So, but hi, everyone. Welcome to the actual live stream. And yes, we are, at least I am wearing clothing today. So that's always good. Hi, Jess. Hi, Karsten. Thank you guys for joining us on YouTube. So hello everyone, I am Amber Brite. I am a professional prop maker, and we're just going to spend a little bit of time crafting with me today. I don't 100% know what I'm going to work on. I've got like a dog who is being dramatic. Cal, stop. Okay, so we have a new kitten, and the kitten is currently in the office, and Cal cannot get to the kitten, so Cal is bereft that he cannot get to the kitten. So that is, if you hear like high-pitched whining behind me, it's because my dog is so dramatic, so dramatic. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So for those of you who have maker friends who run shops and stuff like that, we're getting close to probably the busiest time of the year is Halloween. And for me, the Halloween rush has already started. I run a pretty aggressive sale the first couple of weeks of September to try and encourage people to order early so that I can space orders out. And that was successful this year, but it does mean that I have a lot of orders, which is good, but is also a little stressful. So today I've got some trophy belt pieces that I need to put together. You can also see if my camera decides to not be over dramatic. I am working on some additional pieces for my trophy belts. These are 3 different Mandalorian mythosaur skulls. Of course, it's just going to like white out on me, but I've got 3 different mythosaur skull prints that I just pulled literally 5 minutes ago off of my printer. So they still have the background, the backing on them. So I figured I would start by just snapping these off so you guys can see. This is how they come out when I print them. And they come out on their supports. And so I'm just going to start pulling them off their supports. But how's everyone doing today? Hi, Shepherd. It's nice to see you. I apologize if no one has started thinking about the dreaded H word, the Halloween word. Let me see if I can get this a little bit less. I don't think that helped, but oh well. But yeah, that's definitely something I've already started prepping for and planning for, and we have a come on. This is always the terrifying part, is just trying to get it off the back without breaking it. But these are all prints from Thingiverse. If I end up using them, I will be crediting the makers on my website. So if you see a print, one of these prints, and you're like, oh my gosh, I really like it, I want to print it myself, you can either message me and I will send you a link to this creator's Thingiverse, or you can go to my website where the trophy list will have all proper credits. I don't actually do 3D modeling myself. Well, I have, but I'm not good at it. I think the only thing that I have 3D modeled myself was, actually this right here. This is a Poison's belt from Street Fighter V. And this is literally the only thing I've ever 3D modeled. I think I did a pretty good job of it too. And then like, I keep forgetting to like offer it as a thing. So Karsten says, Halloween is not that big here. Oh, that's sad. I love Halloween. Happy to see you again. Happy to have you here joining us. And I prepared celebratory ice cream. Oh, that's such a good idea. It is 100 and it's only 95 degrees here today, which I think is like close to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Not Fahrenheit, Celsius. The temperature gauge that the rest of the world uses. Jinx says rain tomorrow. That would be amazing. I would love some rain. It's I just went to visit my family in upstate New York, and it rained the entire time I was there. And my mom kept apologizing. I was like, do not apologize. This is amazing. Kirsten says, you live in a desert. Yes, I do live in a desert because I don't like being cold. Ow, I pinched myself. I do not like being cold. And then I complain about the heat. So really, like, I'm just never happy. Where are my little clippers? I like these finer ones, but you can see this kind of ripple thing right here. This is the support material. So I'm just trying to pull that off because it's not part of the actual print. And there we go. Now it's coming off a little bit better because I have the proper size pliers. I've lost my reasonable size one of these pliers. They're somewhere in the crafting area, but the crafting area has expanded to encase roughly 2/3 of my house. So saying that they're just in the crafting area is not actually helpful in this situation. So, but this is one of the things about 3D printing is that people are like, oh, I'm just going to like 3D print it off and use it. And a lot of people forget that there's like a lot of prep work that has to go in to the 3D prints, at least if you want them to not immediately look like 3D prints. So there we go. You can kind of see I got the back off of that one. And this is just a cute little pendant I found. So I was going to clean it up a little bit and see how it looks. And if I like it and want to offer it, I'm going to get a commercial license from that 3D printer because they spent time and energy creating it. And I'm not going to just, use someone else's time and energy. Jinx says, I've started doing less and less on Halloween. It's funny because Halloween as like a prop maker is my busiest time. So that by the time I get to the Halloween day, people are like, oh, you must like go all out. Like you must have so much fun. And I'm like, no, normally by that time I'm in a onesie and all I want to do is hand out candy to the kids.
Well, and Halloween this year is Yuma Load-In Day. YumaCon. It's Load-In Day for YumaCon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So I won't even be home for Halloween this year. So exciting. I don't know why this one, look how small this one printed up. Who made a model that big? That's so tiny. I'm gonna have to reprint that one. So Christopher says, crafting area respects no boundaries. It's true. It's true. We are looking into moving and we are looking into a house with like a separate building or a finished attic or something like that. That's like its own entire area because right now I have this room, which is the crafting room, but it gets kind of overwhelmed. So the kitchen table is also the crafting area. And there's a casting table out in the dining area where I do all my casting. So like very much my entire house is the crafting area. When it comes time for taxes, it's nice because I'm like, how much of my house can I claim for work purposes? About half. We have a 3-bedroom house, and I would say about half of it is a cosplay workspace at this point. Okay. This one came out. It's so tiny. Okay, well, I printed this one at 100%. Obviously, I need to print it at much more than 100%. Look how small it is. Look how small and cute it is. Ugh, it's adorable. Maybe I'll print out another one at this size and make myself a pair of Mythosaurus skull earrings. Probably won't finish it too well if I'm doing that. Oops. Okay. So there's two. You can see. Look how nice they look. I love my printer. Of course, this was like the fourth time that I printed this out because it kept our filaments a little old. And for those of you who have had to deal with older filament, it likes to break. So it kept breaking. And I thought the print was going to like come out ruined because it was breaking so much. But it came out good, even though like I had to reload the filament like 4 separate times. So, oh well. Jinx says, I made the whole extension of my house the craft office space. Yes, smart. That's the way to do it. Krista says, you want to move again? Didn't you just do that like 8 years ago? I did, and it was hell. And I said, never again. And then I started doing the cosplay full time. Ow, I pinched myself. And now we have no space. And now we like need to move again. Like if we want a dining room table back, like, do I prefer resin or filament? Shepherd, for smaller stuff, I prefer my resin printer. But unfortunately, my resin printer is not working right now. Well, I should say, we don't have a resin printer anymore. We had a resin printer through Beam 3D, and then that company went under and our printer broke and we couldn't figure out how to fix it because there was no help anymore. So we don't have a resin printer right now. But when I had both, I liked the resin printer for small stuff like this. Like if I had a working resin printer right now, I would have printed these out in resin. But I don't like the resin printer for bigger stuff. Like if I'm printing out like shoulder blades or like armor bases or something like that, I'd much rather do filament. And the caveat to that is I almost never use the straight 3D print. I almost always finish it and then make a mold and cast it in resin. Not resin printer resin, but like casting resin. So it's a little complicated in there. So, but yeah, if you do a lot of like detail prints, if you can get a resin printer, they are amazing. I miss ours. We need to order a new one, but like they're expensive and like just got our filament printer running. So I don't know. Maybe Christmas gift for myself so I don't have to, because I'm gonna have to sit here and sand these little thingies to hide all of the print lines. Like there's print lines and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to use filler primer or go to Reynolds and get the XTC 3D, the self-leveling resin, and clean these up. Whereas if I had printed it off of a resin printer, I would just need to separate them and I wouldn't need to necessarily clean them up. So if you have recommendations for resin printers, please let me know. I think the one we're leaning towards is the Mars. Is that the resin printer? I just talked to Scorelord on Thingiverse about it. I think it was Mars. I have a Creality K1C, still learning how to use it. LOL. Yeah, there is a distinct learning curve with 3D printers. That is for sure. They are, for many situations, they are as simple as like plug and play. Like ours, we literally just plugged it in and started printing. But once you start running into any issues or start wanting to like fine tune what you're doing, it definitely becomes much more of a learning curve at that point. Like I said, we are having issues with our filament breaking. And so learning how to like troubleshoot the filament extruder and how to make it work and stuff like that was a whole afternoon for me. But this is why whenever I can, I like to sculpt things with my own two hands, because it just the 3D printer just, I don't know. It confuses me. It does. I am not a techie person in that regard. A lot of times I go to my husband, I'm like, it's broken, fix it. What's it doing? I don't understand. So Alex says, hey Amber, how you been? I've been doing good. I've been doing good. I've been hanging in there. It's been a little bit crazy in my personal life. We had some we had a family emergency health scare thing. So that kind of ate up a lot of my um, you know, like energy, spoons, et cetera, et cetera. And then my foster dog that I've had for 10 months finally got adopted. So that was really great, but also heartbreaking. I miss him very much. I hope he is enjoying life being his new mom's one and only, which is what he really wanted. He wanted to be a lap dog and be like, doted on, by a person, and it was kind of causing issues in our house. So it's good that he found someone that should be able to give him exactly what he wanted. Um, but I do miss him. I miss my big dumb pit bull lap dog. I have a lab collie sort of lap dog. He'll lap dog for a little bit, but if you're not like actively petting him, he's like, I'm just gonna go sleep over here where it's comfy. Carson says, old lady Amber doesn't like that. Do you know how many times I am just like, I'm not an old lady, but I feel like an old lady where I'm just like, it's not working and I don't know why. Like you can ask Thermo, that just happened where like I was like, my computer isn't recognizing my web camera and I have no idea why. And my recourse is to just like turn things off and on until they work. And thankfully it did work this time. So I was able to turn my browser off and on a couple of times and then it worked. But like don't ask me to problem solve technology. And like 3D modeling just doesn't make sense in my brain. And like it's funny because like when I'm creating armor and stuff like that, I'll sit down and I'll like focus on it. Did I just throw away my other guys? Did I just throw away my little come back? Where'd you go? Not you. I've lost it. You all saw I didn't move from this spot and I've lost
Did you just chuck it across your room or something?
I don't know. I don't know where it went. I just had it right here. And I was talking and I was throwing stuff away. And I think I threw it away. It's not in my trash can. Where did it go? Okay, well, you guys wouldn't believe how much of my time as a crafter is spent going, where the heck did that just go? All right, well, I guess I'm pulling my trash apart later. Did anyone see me sweep it up? Someone clip it. Isn't that what streamers say when they do something with their video games?
I bet it's in your shorts or something. Maybe your boobs ate it. I bet your boobs ate it.
They are powerful. Like they do like to eat things, so. All right, well, I get to pull my trash apart later. Because now I've rummaged around in it and it's probably fallen to the bottom.
I think the funniest thing is one time I was looking for something and I was walking past and apparently it had stuck to my thigh. And as I was walking, it fell off my thigh. And I was like, how did you get in the hallway? And then I realized it had been attached to my thigh.
It's like, surprise! I just wanted to hang out. So, okay, well, there were 3 prints. I think I've thrown away one of them by accident. Like, that's the only thing I can think of because, like, it's not here anymore. So, oops. Yay. Let's see. Jinx says, I have totally done the throw away the good part, keep the crap part. Yeah, I think it's in there, which is fine because that garbage isn't gross. It's just like newspapers and stuff like that. But like, oh my God, you guys. I swear to God. All right. I really don't see it. I really don't see it. Problems. All right. Well, I did say I needed to reprint it, so I guess I'm reprinting it. Carson says I only know how to clip on Twitch. Yeah, I need to get my Twitch back up and running. Swear to God, I swear. And then Alex says, speaking of, I am working on upgrading my Star Wars cosplay again. This year at TCC, I did to show off my new Jedi belt. Oh, awesome. See, that's what I love about Star Wars cosplays is like, there's not usually like a done point. Like you can kind of, oh, that's much better lighting. You can kind of keep going and like keep creating and keep adding to it. Like this headpiece right here is going to be a, Togruta Mandalorian. So I'm looking forward to getting her all put together and figuring out a helmet for her and such. So, okay. So my Etsy, my order for this is, I think it's the Jedi, or not a Jedi, it's a Mando Medic. So hardware color is silver, leather is black, fur is white, robes are red. Cool. So oops. Oh, that's fine. No, don't do that. Jesus. All right. So next, I'm going to start pulling out the ropes so that I can figure out what colors I have to use. So I like this, but that's red and gold and black. So I don't think I want to use that because this hardware is going to be silver. We have black. Here we go. And white. So cool. So these are the ropes I'm going to use for the trophy tassels. And I don't think I brought my Wampa paw in. For this one, I made a Wampa paw instead of a tail because he was like, oh, my character's sign is the Wampa. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make you a freaking Wampa paw. So I made a Wampa paw for this kit, which I think is going to look really cool. So we're going to use probably these two. I have to remember my camera's further over than I expect it to be. And I'm going to start moving these. So one of the things I like to do with my tassels is make sure that they have a lot of movement to them. The idea is that as you are walking and it has, you have your tassel, it swings a lot. So this one's going to have
tassels at the end of my Luku and just have people have tassels on their boobs. Just put tassels at the end of my Luku and just swing them around.
See, that would be so much fun, and I agree that that is a good idea.
That would be funny if that was considered risque. It's on the end of their Leku. Like they're totally fine with like nudity every other time except for the Leku. That would be really funny.
All the other Twi'leks are scandalized.
Yeah.
There goes that Sam. She's risque. So, and then here are the horn trophies I have for it. I think I was actually just going to use.
People, if you watched her previous stream, those should seem familiar.
Yeah, we painted them last time, I think. So, and then boop, boop. So my trophy tassels come with, gotta double check it. Okay, 2 large trophies. So it'll be probably these 2. And then 3 to 4 additional trophies. So we're going to use these as our 2 large trophies. And I think that's going to be our lineup for the other trophies. See, this is where like I'm thinking about when I'm doing customizations and stuff like that. And we'll do a stream talking about like character, or I think we did a stream talking about like character development and stuff like that. What I know about this character is that he is a Mandalorian medic. So, that tells me maybe not necessarily light side, but he's going to be more of like an upright character, interested in, like preservation of life, like, you know, appreciating life and stuff like that. So I'm going to actually switch this out for some of my Ahsoka things. Yeah, I'm going to create like a little triangle with those because even if he's not pro Jedi, he is, I'm going to try and give him trophies in that vein of other characters, reflecting other characters that have the same kind of value of life, and not necessarily like bloodthirsty trophies, if that makes sense. So this is one of the things that I really love about making like trophy kits like this is that I really get to just be like, okay, like what would be like good for this character? And I think I'm gonna actually switch this one out for some droid fingers too. Because the other thing is the Wampa paw is very large and it's going to take up space. So I want things that will dangle around that and take up space as well and stand out against it. And I feel like this like whitish claw won't look as good against the whitest Wampa paw as I would necessarily like. So I think these, with the possibility of this one as well. This is like a darker tooth just to give some accent, and that would go with the yellowish kind of version of this. So these are what I'm working with right now. So I'm going to start and then like this and this one too. Oh my God. So that's what I'm working with. And then the red and white cord here to string everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding details to these and hooking them up. I could also do Republic credits instead of the Ahsoka things. I might string both up and see which looks better as far as like once I start putting it all together. And this is the fun of these is that I get to just be like, okay, like what's going to look good? And I don't sit down with like necessarily like a surefire plan going into it. So it's one of those things where like truly every single one that I make is different because like, kind of the process isn't exactly the same for every single one. I like that. I like getting to make, unique things that are not going to be seen by anybody else. Okay, so we need silver hardware. So let me pull out my silver jump rings. This is gold stuff, so this is going to go, I guess, into the box over here. And then here's some other silver stuff. And then silver. And then silver. And I think that should be good. So I'm actually going to lift this up a little bit to give us a little bit more space. We're going to see, oh goodness, oh God, go up, go up, up. Now, is that like directly in front of my face? Yeah, that's good. That's a good job, Amber. Whoops, that's fine. Nice boob shot for everybody. And then, voila. Yes, will you go there? All right, well, you just want to show off the boobas, which is nice, but also not entirely helpful in this situation. All right. Here we go. We are jerry-rigging this. Sam, didn't I just say that I needed to do a better job of remembering to
camera
I was like, Sam, I'm definitely gonna like remember to get a camera this next time, and then like I haven't. So all right, we're a little askew, but it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
No one in here is straight. So well, I don't know about you guys, but like no one here.
The two of us aren't.
Yeah. So now I have a little bit more space. You can actually kind of see what I'm working with as opposed to having it like so up close. But look how cute they are. They're so cute. They're so cute. And you can see, I don't know where the other one went. Like it's not that I'm just like missing it. It literally is not on my thingy anymore. So good job, Amber. Okay. So I'm just gonna work on. Karsten says, very considerate of you. You know, like it's considerate, but it's also like I really enjoy telling stories. And if my job is that I get to help people tell stories effectively, like that's awesome. Like that's very cool. That's a very cool job to have. So also I genuinely love like what other people create. Like, and it's not even that like, oh, like I have to because like, that's how I make money. Like I genuinely love the stories that people come up with and the characters that they create and like how different they are and how different things are that I get to make for them too. Because like one of the coolest things about cosplay is that you can have multiple people do the same cosplay and it's going to be different every single time just from the choices that they make or the things that they consider important. Like it's such a cool facet of cosplay that there are no truly two cosplays that are exactly the same. Like, oh, I mean the boob shot. That was very concerned. I'm glad that you guys all got like a little bit of a spice while you were here, just to keep your what day is today?
You're
Thursday?
just
Thursday
trying to entice
afternoon.
them, that's all. Just be like,
Yeah.
hey.
It's funny because I volunteered in animal rescue and I was trying to go to my website to show somebody something I was working on. And of course, it's like a network that has like, a firewall on it and stuff. And I couldn't go to my own website because my own website was flagged as sexually explicit. And I was like, womp womp. Like, I'm like, I
There's
wasn't
a
trying
way
to.
to bypass that.
Well, next time I need it, I will message you and be like, hey, Sam,
It'll be like,
get
do
get me
this.
in.
Do this.
But mostly it was just kind of a like, yeah, I guess that's technically correct. I wasn't trying to go to any like of the spicy content, but like fair enough. All right. Gotta make sure my jump ring is appropriately threaded. And then let me just turn this up a little bit. So, you're not going any brighter. I don't want to bring you, let's see if I bring you, see, that's too bright, too bright, too bright. All right, well, I don't think that made anything better. I think it made it worse.
I can see everything you're doing.
Okay, good.
But I could try doing. Let me see. Let me check the camera settings. See if I can. It's because right now you're running into a problem since it's not like
Yeah.
it's so
There we go.
bright.
That's too bright.
Arrow. It looks like you're just
I really need to just
glowing.
like actually like get like lights and stuff in this room because like when it's just me, this is fine, but like it really doesn't like play nicely with my
I have
camera.
one of
That's
those
for sure.
little just ceiling
There we
lights that you stick up with like the safe removable tape, and you only have to charge it once every 30 days. It's so useful.
go. Okay, I think I figured it out. I had a good angle in there somewhere. Thanks, Jinx.
It found it.
There, blaring directly into my face, but well, it works. Everything's lit up, so okay. All right, so got those hung up, and I'm going to put them on a little bit. Where'd my silver chain go? There it is. Okay.
Yeah, even though it's still warm here, the sun is letting us know, hey, fall is coming. We're like, really? Because it still feels like summer.
It's supposed to get back up hot again, though. Like it's supposed to go back up
Yeah.
into like 108, and I'm just like, why? Like, why did you cool down a little bit? Like, why
It
give us a
does that
day?
though, like near the end, it has its last hurrah.
Yeah, and I'm not looking forward to it. Like, I don't like being cold, but I'm also like over being like ridiculously hot now, you know?
Yeah, it's supposed to get
I
to
just had it.
106 next Wednesday, and then drop down in the 90s for the rest of the month.
All right. Well, if it would just.
And then it does that thing in October where, like, right before Halloween, it's like 90, boom, 60. You're like, what the? What?
Yeah, I was just talking about how we have
No transition.
like multiple like cosplays that we want to shoot outside, and we're waiting for those like good like 70, 80 days. And it always feels like there's like literally 2 of them, and then it's like freezing or it's like hot. Like Arizona doesn't like give you like a nice moderate time. It's just like, oh, by the way, now it's fucking freezing. And you're just like, why? Like, we were just there. Like, okay. And then I want it to dangle right about there, I think. It's the very scientific method. Oh, God. I'm also doing this with my contacts in, which I don't normally do because it's a lot of like tiny fiddly work. So if you see me making faces at it, like, that's because I'm trying to get my contacts to focus on the tiny fiddly work that I'm doing. But I keep forgetting to order normal glasses. All I have is my migraine ones, which are pink, which I like, but like it does make like streaming and stuff in them very interesting because they're pink. Okay. There we go. There's those 2 hung up. Carson says, but Amber, no matter the temperature, you are always incredibly, I'm starting to sound 213. Ah, Karsten, thanks. I will say though, it is less steamy when I am bundled in like 6 layers, whining about how cold I am. Whiny Amber is not very attractive, that's for sure. Shepard says it's been in the 60s here in the morning and getting up to around 90 in the afternoon. See, that's okay. I don't mind 90. Again, I don't like being cold, so like 90 is fine in my book. But once it starts getting to like 108, 110, I'm just like, nope, that's too much. Come on, I need you to work for me. Just as I have like 8 pairs of glasses from Zilol. Oh, is that a website thing? That mine is the problem is I have really strong astigmatism, so my glasses, even through like Zenny, are like $80. So it's just enough that like I'm like, oh, I'll buy it when I have a little like extra money, and then I forget when we have the extra money to buy it. So okay, there's one dangly charm. So that's good. And we're gonna
Would you say that you enjoy making dangly bits?
I do. I do enjoy the dangly bitsing. That's for sure.
Oh, here comes more stuff. Yay.
So here's that. Just as my eyes aren't as bad as yours. Yes. Lucky you.
I think Amber and I are close I think you and I are close with our eyes because I have one eye that has astigmatism and one eye that's lazy. And so I have the same thing where it's like it should be cheap, but it's $85 because I have to get the compressed lens.
Yeah. And if I do like the glare resist or something like that just adds to it.
But that helps so much. Like when you do like the blue guard, your eyes don't get worn out as fast.
Yeah. And I need to because like with my tendency towards migraines, like this with the light shining into my face, it's good that it's only an hour because if it was anything longer, it would cause a migraine for me.
Yeah.
So like if I'm playing on the computer and stuff like that, I need to have that like extra little like. Could you just chill? Yeah.
He has no chill.
He has no chill. Let's see if he can come say hi. You want to come say hi? Here, come say hi. Come say hi. Come on.
Come on, Cal.
Come on, Cal. Up. Come here. Come here. Come
Oh, his little face. It's like, are you
here.
sure? Are you sure it's okay?
Here. Yeah, no, you're not gonna come up and say hi. Can I lift you up? Is that okay? Come here, come here. Oh my God. He's like, no, I don't want to. I don't know if you guys got to see his cute little face right here. Here's your little fish. This is Callie Pepper, aka Cal Kestis, aka my pain in the ass baby boy. He didn't sign an image release. He's like, no, no profiting off my image, mom. No profiting off my image. Yeah. It's so funny because like my dog before him was a pit bull, and when we went looking for another dog, all I wanted was another pit bull. Like I love pit bulls. They're joys to me. Like I just really love them. Um and hard nose for me were herding breeds because I was like, I don't want to deal with a herding breed. They're smart, they think a lot. Like I just don't want to deal with having to be on top of things so that my dog doesn't outsmart me. And so we went to an adoption event specifically to meet this 6-month-old pit puppy who I had fallen in love with. And unfortunately, he wasn't there. Fortunately, it was for a good reason. He had been readopted by his previous family who had managed to find housing. So, like, yay, like, really good reason for him to not be there. But also, like, like, I was like, oh, well, like, that was the dog I was here to see. So, like, sad things. Um, and we were walking past the other dogs, and there was a family there standing, and it was the mom and dad and 2 kids, and I will always remember every single one of them had a Star Wars shirt, and they were the fosters of these 2 border collie lab mix puppies, and their names were Luke and Leia, and they were the only 2 surviving puppies of this litter. And my husband took one look at them and was like, "Can we meet that puppy?" And I'm just like, border collie is so high on my no list. Like, do you understand what you're asking of us? Like, we are so lazy. We like, are you sure you want to do this? And we met him and he was a sweetheart. And I was like, okay, we'll give it a try. We'll see. And of course, like madly in love with him, like 3 years later. But it was just so funny because we went to get one specific type of dog and ended up with a completely like the opposite kind of dog. And like still to this day, I look at him like, how did we end up with you? Like, why did I say yes? Like,
Well, I mean, it happens.
yeah.
I went to Jessica's house, and now I'm gonna end up with her cat in January.
Oh,
I don't,
yeah.
just it's Jess's fault mostly because that cat's adorable as crap. But also,
Yep.
my cat's lonely and he's getting old, and I was just like, man, I was thinking about not getting another cat, and then and then I met
Yeah.
Luna.
Yep. And it's funny how that happens too, because like I had all the list of all the things that I wanted out of the dogs, and then I had my like no-go list, and like everything was like absolutely like I was like, I know exactly what we're looking for. I know exactly what we want. And then we ended up with a dog that is not any of those things, but
Yep.
also like he's fantastic. Like he is so smart, but he also has like the lab side, so he's not too smart. Like
Labs are
every
pretty
time
lazy too.
Yes.
Labs,
Every
oh,
time he starts to get really smart, it's like the lab side kicks in and then he does something so dumb that I'm like, okay, like you're fine. Like you're an idiot. Like,
these 2
and
halves of his brain are fighting one another.
yes, yes. Like one half is like, be smart, be clever. And the other half is crawl in lap, lick butt. Like, and he waxes between the two enough that I don't feel like I have to worry about keeping up with him, which is really good. So just to explain what I'm doing right now, you can kind of see like the collection of beads. I'm going through my endless supply of beads, and I'm kind of pulling out ones that I feel like could be good accents. And so I'm trying to stay with the red, white, silver theme, But also you might see that I pull out things like this one, which is like a blue clear one, because I also want to add in some visual noise essentially, or some visual like accents. So one of the things I'm kind of thinking about is potentially one of these little beads, which is like a little blue bead, just to kind of add yeah, that visual noise, because things like
Complementary colors are really good and
yes.
useful. Complementary or opposing colors. This is where having a color wheel is really useful to
Mhm.
determine, you know, how what essentially emotion you want to evoke with your colors.
Yes, exactly. And I know kind of what I want from this kit as far as what I want for him. Again, we're going with the Mando medic, so he's badass, he's strong, but also he has that respect for life and that care for others. So I'm trying to come up with like pull out things that I feel like can evoke that strong and noble sort of narrative. That'll also look really cool. This is, I will say, a terrible way of doing it because like I will sit here and I will pull out all of these. I'm going to use maybe 5 of these and then at the end I need to sit there and pull out literally everything and put them all back. So this is not a good way of doing this, but it is the way that my brain works with this. And at a certain point you just have to like you just have to build the way that you're going to build. Like even if it's not like the smart way or whatever. Like you just everyone creates differently. Everyone's going to create differently. You should create the way that you're going to create. Kirsten says this is the way and absolutely this is the way. So, but you guys can see I just have beads upon beads upon beads. It's I would say it's a problem except that it honestly like behooves me to have all of these beads so that I can make these hyper personalized pieces. So it is a problem, but it is the best sort of problem. So, okay. So now I've gone through all my thingies. I'm going to start putting things together and piecing them together and seeing how, what did I just do with, oh, here it is. Seeing how I want things to go together. Oh, I also have these. No, I'm not going to use these because these are pretty delicate and this is for Mando kit and I want to make sure that what I'm building is resilient. So, okay. I do have some like ways of stringing these up that like I've really come to like. Just in the regards of like I've done this enough that there are certain ways that just seem to work well for me. So but yeah, if you guys have any questions about like commissioning things or like the creative process or like what like how I work through things, please don't hesitate to ask. It's one of those things where like I will do my best to answer even if I don't have like a good answer for you. Yeah. See, I love stringing it like this because then they like fall to the sides really well. I really like that. I really like how that looks. But yeah, I've got the Halloween rush that I'm going to get through. I'm hopefully going to be at LA Comic Con next weekend. So if anyone's who's going to be in LA is there, you know, keep an eye out for me. And then I think as far as cons, then it's UbuCon and then YumaCon.
Yeah,
Why are you Team Mystic? I am not Team Mystic.
what?
Team
She's gonna.
Instinct.
I'm like, she's gonna kick your butt.
I know.
Uh, I was like, it's yellow. It's not Mystic.
I'm
But
Team
no, I
Instinct
get.
because Team Instinct is the best team. So, hmm
I think it is UbuCon on the 17th through the 19th, and then YumaCon is the 1st and 2nd of November.
yeah. And then UwuCon, I will be there all day Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday is the Pride Parade. So I will probably be there only in the evening on Sunday, so I can go do the Pride Parade because that's literally my favorite event. Jinx says, I meant you should be Team Mystic.
Uh, is the Pride Parade at like noon again this year?
I think it's like 11:30.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they're doing it earlier. That's good.
Yeah. It'll be like 1 or 2 by the time we're done,
Yeah.
which is why I was like, Sam, you don't need me, right? Like I can I can show up like super late, right?
Sunday's usually quieter, and
Yeah.
we have some. We've been working with Uwu and stuff, and they've got some good support too. And mostly, I think at that point we'll have everything. Like if there's any, like the position I had, like Jess and I discussed that we put you in was mostly, like if we need someone experienced, that if a problem pops up, they kind of know where to direct it.
Aw,
So
thank you
yeah,
for insinuating I could handle problems.
you can. It's going to be really easy stuff like I don't know how to connect to an HDMI cord. Just plug it in. That's all you do is plug it in.
Oh, okay. Like I was like,
No, it's gonna be all pre-set up. I'm gonna be testing everything. I'm like
okay,
the only AV person, so that's why I was like, I need someone else that can do things while I'm running around doing like
I
theater stuff.
can I can hook up computers and they're like or like presentations and stuff to the slideshows. I can do that.
Well, and
I
like if
am not
somebody accidentally forgets something at like if they're like doing a panel and they forget something at someone's table and they're like, oh no, I really needed this for my presentation, we can like send someone to run and get it and bring it back to them so that they don't have to disrupt the whole panel, kind of a thing.
yeah. Is it going to be mostly it's a completely different area this year, right? Like completely
Yeah,
different
so it's
venue.
at the Mesa Convention Center,
Okay.
and we're doing all three buildings, including the hotel ballrooms behind the main convention center.
Nice. That's gonna be awesome. It'll be nice to have it in like more of like a venue that's able to like be like kind of separated too. Because I know last year
Yeah,
one of the problems we had was like everything was so connected that like the things that weren't connected were hard to find. Like people
everybody's
didn't
been working
know.
so hard to like
Yeah.
the meetings are crazy with all the stuff that everyone's trying to get done. I
Well,
mean,
you guys
I think
are
we're just waiting
busting
on
ass.
people to apply to the showcase. So I think we only have 8 spots left, or no, we have like 6 spots left. I don't know, but if you want to be in the cosplay showcase at UwuCon, I think there's only like 6 spots left. So
Jinx says you're a very confident helper. Thank you, Jinx. I love you
yes, you
too.
are
Karsten says Amber Bright is the fixer.
the fixer. Wait, now I need to get like a printed badge and just like a badge ribbon that just says the fixer.
Oh my god, if you do, I will wear it to like literally every con. I'll be
Oh my
like,
gosh.
this is my identity. I am the fixer.
Cos Talk Live, I just ordered 300 badge ribbons for UwuCon for us.
That's gonna be so
I got
fun.
150 purple ones, 150 like these kind of cool paradise blue ones. So
Ooh. Dibs on the blue one. I like blue. Okay, I don't want you to. There we go. See? Nice little thingy for droid fingers. So first of
and
like 4 down. So
yeah, it looked really cool. Age of
and
Radio is
like,
going to be doing most of our booth though, so that we can actually maybe attend the con a little bit
I
this
know,
year.
right? I think last year I walked around for like literally like half an hour, and by that time all the cupcakes were sold out, and I was like, "This is
No,
devastating,
that's terrible.
devastating."
How dare they? Don't
I
they know
know
they have to save one for you?
it was the worst thing that had ever happened to me.
Oh no.
But I did get a book from an author, and then that book has become one of my favorite books. So that was pretty great. I liked that. So that's one of the coolest things about cons is actually getting to like physically meet the author. Um, I love that. I love getting to talk to the people who write the books and like
Agreed.
hear from them. So, all right, let's see. What do we want to do? I like this for the little hidden pop of blue. So let's use this, and then let's use that below it, I think. Where's my silver?
See, this is a thing too. When you're a cosplayer, You're a jewelry maker and a sculptor and a caster and a mold maker and a
Mhm.
tailor and a pattern drafter and a
Mhm.
seamstress and a 3D printer and
Yep.
makeup artist. And
Yeah.
essentially, all of the things that people probably spend close to like usually I'd say when you're doing a movie, at least a quarter of your budget is going to
Yeah.
these people. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. And it's so funny because like at the rescue they keep joking. They're like, "Is there anything you can't do?" And I was like, "Not really. Like my job requires me to have like a lot of different, like skills and like wear a lot of different hats. So like if you need a makeup artist, I can do makeup. If you need hair, I can sort of do hair. I'm not really great at it, but I
I'm
can
trying to get
do
better
sort
at
of.
wigs. I found some ways to like, I think, I don't, I think I found ways that I like to style things and using wig wefts and pretending that it's being styled and then just sewing it into the wig and be like, look, it's totally there.
You know what? Like I kind of like it's fun to see the range of wig styles and how like we do get those like hyper styled wigs and stuff like that, but we also get people who like, like come up with a more original take on them, and I like
Mm-hmm.
those too. Just as all of a sudden everyone has a party they need you at, right?
Yeah, gosh. The
It's
charity
it's
event
always it's
requests. Oh,
yeah. It's always the Halloween time where people are like, "Oh, can you make this for my daughter?" And I'm like,
yep.
"Well, my commission started about 400, so yes, but like you will pay me." And I had someone at my previous place of work be like, 400 just for a kid. I was like, "Well, it doesn't matter if it's for a kid or for an adult. Like my amount of like my work is the same."
Because it's that
So
same effort. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Just because it's for a kid doesn't mean I'm suddenly like phoning it in or whatnot. In a lot of ways, making outfits for kids is harder because they're not going to tolerate a lot of the discomfort that adults are going to. So
Mm-hmm.
like for my niece, she wants to be roomy for Halloween. Um, and we were talking about how to do her hair because Rumi has that long braid,
Oh, I know. I've
and
been struggling with that thing.
my niece is not going to wear a long braid like that
Mm-hmm.
all Halloween. Like she's
It's
just not.
heavy.
Like
It's
I know
heavy.
she's not. So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to make a yarn braid on
Smart.
a headband. So that
Yeah.
way it's lighter, it's for a kid, so it's fine if it's a yarn braid. And it'll be easy on, easy off for her.
I mean, you could
So
put it on a baseball cap that's colored purple,
yeah, that's true too.
like those
I hadn't
billless
thought of that,
caps
but
that don't have
like
like
a cap.
the yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So she can just like pull it on
That might
and
help with
zip.
stability too, because the only problem with headbands is they eventually shift backward over time, and
Mhm.
that braid
And
is not.
especially for something that's like that, like long and heavy, like it's
Mhm.
definitely gonna happen. Jinx says, "Make it out of balloons." That is
Actually,
adorable,
that's a really good idea.
right? That would be a really cute way to do Roomy. Absolutely. Um, Jinx also says, "Can't beat those $30 spirit costumes."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like
Go
I'm
for it.
always like, yes, I can make you a cosplay, but like why? Like just go to Walmart or something like that. Like you're only going to use it for like one night. You're not going to want to pay. Like I don't make costumes for one night. Like I don't. So, what is your favorite K-pop Demon Hunter song? Whichever one I listened to most recently, to be perfectly honest.
Is it golden?
I
Probably.
love Golden. I freaking love
Uh,
Golden. When that
I
comes
like
on, I get so
free.
excited.
I like.
Um, Free is gorgeous. Bubble Pop is a song that just like gets in my head and I just want to listen to it nonstop. Your Idol is such an amazing song for
Yeah.
the depths of the lyrics. Like I love the wordplay in Your Idol. Like it works so well as like just a K-pop song, but also in the context of the show when you realize what's actually happening. Like it's so like the wordplay and the melody and everything like that was so good. Jinx says how it's done. I mean, how it's done fucking like starts you off and gets you into that movie so fast.
Honestly,
Like,
I don't think there's a single song in the movie I dislike.
yeah, yeah, agreed. 1000%. Like there's like if you put on any of them, I'm going to be bopping along because like they're just so good. Um
Did
I
you tell
know.
everybody who you're gonna be from
Oh
K-pop Demon
yeah.
Hunters?
I don't even think I've even talked about this on social media yet, but we are doing K-pop Demon Hunters for UwuCon, and I am going to be Mira. So look forward to. I mean, like, how could I not? Like,
It's
as
you
soon
kind
as
of
I,
already somewhat matching, yeah.
yeah, and then like it's fun because she's got like that like angular face shape, and also like I'm not gonna lie, when I saw them, I instantly was like, oh my god, Sam, Just, and I have to do that because we are going to be perfect. Like it literally, that trio for the three of us is so perfect. I can't even handle
It
it.
fits our personalities in a really disturbing way.
Yeah, and like the heights and everything like that. I was just like, we are so perfect for that. I'm so excited. Jinx is like, actually want to rap. Like I I love Zoe for you, Jinx, because like you are that sweet baddie and I love it. And yep, Sam is absolutely the leader that is already overworking and is always like, I gotta get us on next. I gotta make sure that we're moving. And then like Amber is the one who just tells it. Yeah, I'm the one in the corner going, bath time. Like, what are we
Snack
doing here?
time. But you
Snack
also
time?
check in on us, like Mira
How
checks
much
in on
time?
everybody and makes sure they're okay.
Yeah, I do like that she's the one that's like, "Hey, like I know something's up, like please talk to me." So like I love that too. So yeah, when I watched that movie, like the one of the first thoughts was like, "Oh my God, we like the three of us have to do this. It's so good. I'm so excited." So yeah. Shepard says, loved K-pop, great story, humor, and of course music. Yeah. Like there's a reason this like took it by storm. And it's funny because like my other favorite like movie to just like play on repeat is Miraculous, The Tale of Ladybug and Cat
Mhm.
Noir. And it's the same sort of movie where it's like a fun animated movie that also has a really good message and also has like amazing songs. So like and Amber likes to beat people up with coffee kits. You know what? Let me drink my coffee and I won't be beating anybody up. Like,
Don't take her coffee can from her prematurely.
if I am waiting on my ramen, maybe don't start shit and you won't get hangry Amber. Like,
I mean,
like,
look, I've roomed with Amber before at YumaCon, and I know the rule. We don't wake her up until absolutely an hour and a half before. We come with coffee and at least one snack, a banana, something that she can eat that's not
mhm,
going to upset her stomach in the morning. We don't
mhm,
speak to her, we speak indirectly at her. And
mhm.
then within like an hour, she's good.
Yeah. Just give me my space, give me my snacks, give me caffeine. Let me rage about the fact that it is morning and I fucking hate mornings and then we'll be good. Like just like observe the amber bubble. Like let it happen. Let it happen. But yes, look for us at UwuCon. We will be like fucking crushing it. I am sure. Two of my favorite people that I get to do a group with. Like
Aw. We
I
haven't
love
done a
it.
group in so long, too. I'm excited.
We haven't like Carson says, oh, the way that you would treat a royal. You know what? No, treat me like a princess, please. I require care, delicate care. um, Jinx says, I'm gonna have my first foray into making a silicone mold to make Zoe's weapons. A, you can do it. Like you're
Yep.
awesome. And B, call me or text me if you have any questions. It shouldn't be hard. I would do just a
Just put a piece of
two-parter.
paper down, then glue some pieces of like board on it, and then pour the silicone in, and you're done. Like it's pretty easy. Unless it's a two-part mold, then you have to do it twice and then
Yeah.
blend them.
Yeah, but Jess, if you want to talk to me about it, reach out to me anytime. You're also welcome to come over and like look at some of the molds because I have a couple of dagger molds of different types. So the whole plan for the group might be in over my head. No, it'll be great. You'll be fantastic. Promise. So, all right, well, guys, that's my hour up.
Yeah. We're at it.
We got
Look at that.
one whole thing strung up, so you guys can see why these are expensive because they take me for fucking ever to put together.
Well, and the
But
whole time you were talking, you were stringing. You did not stop. You just kept
yeah,
putting stuff on,
right?
and it takes a while.
Yeah, it does. Like these are all like handmade, so like it definitely like takes some time. So, um, Oro says, "Dane got here late." Yeah, sorry. I don't even know if I put the right um time code, but I will be streaming again the third Thursday of October, which I think is the first
10:15.
Yes, 10/15. It's like the day before UwuCon. So I'll probably be working on Mira stuff. And then the amazing Thermo just spammed my page, amberbriteprops.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you're on TikTok, please go subscribe to me so that I can monetize that. It's the only social media I don't have monetized because you have to be at like 10,000 and I'm only at 7,000. So this is my shameless plea. If you're on TikTok, go subscribe to me because I need to eat and TikTok is a lot of work. So,
Yes.
but as far as my plans, I have a Tagruta in the works. I have a Lyra the Pink Twi'lek in the works. I have Morticia from Wednesday in the works. I have Mira in the works, and then I have Pixie from X-Men in the works. So that's all the cosplays that are coming up. I will probably be pretty sporadically found for the next like 2 months because it is the Halloween crush. But as always, you can reach out to me at amber@amberbritepops.com. Like email me if you have any specific questions, or message me on any of my social medias. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Jinx says the schedules will be posted on our Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. And hopefully next time I'll have my. Are we on Twitch right now? The Cause Up
Uh,
Live Twitch.
no, but we're on the
Okay.
Costalk Live Twitch. You can share yours now too if you can always connect yours next
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Okay. I
'Cause
might
I
I
think you were
might get
having
my Twitch
problems with
going
it,
too.
right?
I forgot my password and then I forgot the answer to my security question and then they're mad at me. So,
No. That's fair. I think that happens to all of us at least once.
yeah. Yeah. And it's just one of those things that every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, I need to go do that. And then I'm like, ugh, I have to go like jump through all the freaking hoops. So I don't do it. But I will try and get off my ass and do it. We'll see. If not, like wherever you found me is exactly where I will be next week or next month as well. And I think 10/5 we're doing an Uwu preview stream. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm
So
on that as well. Since I said yes. So I'm going to put that in my calendar so I don't forget. So I'm on that one as well. Yeah. So we'll be talking about Uwu and everything like that. Jinx says yes. Jess is the one that I said yes to. So Jess knows. So, well, thank you all for hanging out with me. Can we give some props to our Ghost in the Shell Thermo for making sure everything runs and for reminding me how it runs? Because every fucking month I get on and I go, Sam, I don't remember how to set this up. And she has to walk me through it every freaking month. So props to Thermo for dealing with my old ladiness. We appreciate it. I think the next stream is you gaming, correct?
yeah, I'll be gaming tomorrow at 6:30.
Okay, so if you want to enjoy some Mass Effect with a Mass Effect fan, please join us. Join Sam tomorrow at 6:30. That's Arizona time. I don't remember what time zone we're in. I don't remember if we're Mountain or Pacific right now. The rest of the world needs to stop doing daylight savings time.
Well, we're like I think we're considered Arizona GMT, which aligns with Pacific.
Yeah, but for half the year. The other half the year we're
Yeah,
like
we're still
Mountain
in
time.
Pacific. I don't think it cuts over until October.
Yes, sure.
So, yeah.
Trust Sam. Sam probably knows what she's talking about, but thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Hearts here. I'm going to go dig my other mythosaur out of the trash and then go play with the puppy who is finally asleep. So I get to wake him up and get him to go play. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of the night. Stay creative, stay curious, and, cosplay on. Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Mwah.